was really happy, really proud of those guys. Those are big matches, and the win in the end was big, end of the period. But yeah,
you guys did not give up a takedown, I think, after the intermission. What is the difference between Penn State and Iowa regarding that?
Well, I mean, we're pretty solid. You know, once you go up, you know, we're pretty good in the bottom too, but so is Iowa. So, but you know, the matchups were a little different as we went up to the lineup, obviously.
How much did the win by bites really help with team momentum? That was one of the matches that could have been used as a swing match for Iowa to pull the upset. They needed that in 174, and then Zach Bites comes through and gets that, gets the 5 at the end to break the tie. I mean, how big was that?
Oh, that was huge, and Zane was huge too, because he came right out after Ramos did what Ramos does and gets a big pin and gets everyone fired up, and so for Zane to come out and give up a takedown and then tough it out and find a way to win that match, that was huge. And then Bites the same way. Kelly's a tough kid. I mean, he wrestles hard. He's obviously very strong. So for Zach to find a way to win, that was it's good to see. And that experience is great for these guys. I mean, it's all practice right now, obviously, but I mean, it's already history. But they did a great job.
Is there any different feeling walking away with a 24-12 win compared to something that's a little bit closer?
Well, I think it's still early in the season. We have we can make a lot of progress, and that's kind of our plan, is to get better each match. And I mean, you really get exposed when you come to Carver Hawkeye. I mean, the Brands are very good at figuring out how to beat guys, and they're very tactical. So it gives you a good idea what to work on, and it's good. We're still early in the season, so.
You're doing this without the Altons. What is their status right now?
Well, they're. I mean, Andrew, we were trying to decide whether to wrestle him tonight or not, but we're going to get him some matches here within the next week or two, and then just kind of start moving him forward.
We all know how big this meet is to the wrestling world, and you guys set it up on Twitter, which was awesome. But do you get your team more fired up for this? Do you guys come in here with an extra something?
I don't know. When I try that, it usually backfires. So we just try to do the same thing we always do, and just focus on the same things, and that's just hustle, and we encourage our guys to make mistakes out there, because that's how you get better, and that's how you learn. And we were a little tight. I think that happens, but and you're wrestling good guys, so again that happens, and I think. It was kind of a sloppy match, I think, for both sides. But that happens. It's finals week, and these guys are ready to go home for break. So we're glad we could get this match together. It's not ideal timing, that's for sure.
At what point did Rutherford tell you that, or you knew that he was going to be your starter this year?
Well, if we're going to wrestle a true freshman, that's kind of the plan when we're recruiting him, for the most part. So he was preparing for it all last year, getting his mind ready for it. But you still, you got to make the decision before the season starts. But he's just a tough kid, and obviously very good on the mat. That's an area that you got to be careful throwing freshmen out there if they're struggling in that position. But he's very good on the mat, and he's just a tough kid. He's very, he's doing great. So,
Cael, can you talk about Ruth's performance? I'm pretty dominant against the number 2 guy.
Ruth did a great job. He's, Lofthouse is strong. You can tell if Ruth gets on your leg and has a hard time finishing, you got some extra. You got a lot of power, but Ruth did it. He did a great job. He kept shooting and finding a way to get a major decision against the second-ranked guy in the country at his home, and in Carver Hawkeye. It's a machine.